You ever get that feeling that the wealthiest people are playing a totally different game with their money? Well, they are. But here's the secret. It's not about some hidden stock or a complicated algorithm. It's actually a surprisingly simple system. So let's pull back the curtain and break down the exact blueprint they use to build real, lasting wealth.
This right here is the entire game. It's the one mindset shift that changes everything. See, most of us are taught to trade our time for money, at a job, for a salary. In that deal, we're the asset being used up. The wealthy? They just flip that equation on its head. They stop being the asset and start owning the assets.
So really, you've got two paths in front of you. On one side, you're on a hamster wheel. You're running and running, working for money, but you're basically stuck in the same place. The other path? You're planting a tree. You're building a system where your money starts to work for you, growing all on its own. Our whole goal here is to get you off that wheel and start planting some trees.
And this is how you do it. This is the blueprint, the 25-15-15-10 rule. Think of it like this. 25% goes to your growth engine, 15% builds your financial shield, 50% covers your essentials, and a very, very important 10% is for your rewards. With this system, every single dollar you earn has a specific job. Let's start with the most powerful piece of the puzzle.
All right, part one, the growth engine. This is that crucial 25%. This is the part of the plan that actually builds your wealth. This is the money you put to work. You can think of this as the seeds for that financial tree we just talked about. This is where the magic really happens.
Okay, but before we even talk about what to invest in, let's answer the single biggest question that paralyzes people. What's the real driver of success? Is it the amount of money you can throw at your investments, or is it how early you get started? The answer, honestly, is going to blow your mind.
The answer is time, and it is not even a fair fight. Just look at this. This chart shows you the absolute magic of compounding interest. The person who starts at age 20, investing just $200 a month, ends up with way more money than the person who starts at 30, investing more money every month. That 10-year head start was the game changer. The takeaway is simple. Time is your single greatest asset. Start now.
So where does this 25% actually go? Well, think of it like climbing a ladder. You don't just leap to the top. You start on the bottom rung with a solid, safe foundation. I'm talking about low-risk index funds. You're basically buying a tiny slice of the entire market. Once that's solid, you can start climbing to things like real estate, maybe using your skills to build a side business. And only then, way up at the top, do you even think about the super high-risk stuff like crypto, and only with money you're okay with losing.
And look, getting started is way simpler than you think. 3 steps. 1. Use special accounts that protect your growth from taxes like an ISA or a Roth IRA. 2. Put it on autopilot. Set up an automatic transfer on payday so the money moves before you even see it. And 3. Keep it simple. A basic 3-fund portfolio gives you all the diversification you need without the headaches. Set it and forget it. Okay, let's move on to the next slice of our blueprint, that 15% for stability. And listen, this is not just some boring old savings account. Nope. Think of this as the personal bodyguard for your growth engine. Without this shield, one bad day can wipe out years of progress.
See, most people don't have an income problem, they have a stability problem. What's that? It's when life happens. You know, the car breaks down, you get a surprise medical bill, and suddenly you're forced to sell your investments at the absolute worst time, probably for a loss. Your shield prevents that. It keeps you in the game when things get messy. So, how big does this shield need to be? The math is actually really simple. First, add up your core monthly expenses. We're talking just the bare bones essentials: rent, food, utilities. Second, multiply that number by 5. That right there gives you a 5-month safety net. And that final number, that's your goal. That's your stability fund target. Now, where you park this money is non-negotiable. There are 3 simple rules. Rule 1, you have to be able to get your hands on it fast. Rule 2, it must have 0 risk. This is not investment money, so no stocks, no crypto. And rule 3, it still needs to be working for you, earning some interest in a high-yield savings account. It's a shield, not just cash stuffed under a mattress.
Okay, so we've built our growth engine, and we've protected it with a shield. It's time to talk about the biggest piece of the pie, the 60% that actually fuels your day-to-day life. And we split this into 2 parts, your essentials and the rewards that make this whole journey worth it.
Get this. This number is it's staggering. 60% of people earning 6 figures are still living paycheck to paycheck.
How is that even possible? One reason, lifestyle creep. It's that sneaky little habit where the more you make, the more you spend. Your expenses just rise right alongside your income and you never actually get ahead. It's a silent wealth killer.
And this quote just nails it. We get so caught up trying to look rich, the fancy car, the designer clothes, that we never have the money left over to actually become rich. Real wealth isn't the stuff you can show off. It's the assets working for you in the background. It's the growth engine you don't see. So how do you stick with a plan and not get totally burned out? You need a joy jar. This is that 10% for rewards, and it's a strategic weapon, not a sign of weakness. You pre-fund a separate account for totally guilt-free spending. This is what makes the whole system sustainable. It's what reminds you why you're doing all this in the first place.
But here's the key. To get the most bang for your buck, you have to spend it on the right things. All the research shows that spending money on experiences, like a trip or a concert, gives you way more lasting happiness than buying more stuff. So invest in memories, not just materials. Spend it on hobbies, on time with people you love, not on trying to impress strangers.
And there it is. Let's put it all together one last time. You have your growth engine, actively building your future. You have your stability shield, protecting that future. You have your essentials, funding your life right now, and you have your joy jar, making the whole journey enjoyable. This isn't just a chart anymore. It's a powerful, automated machine for owning your future.
So the secret's out. You have the exact same blueprint that the most successful people in the world use. It's not complicated. It's not out of reach. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Are you ready to make that shift and start building?